Hello and welcome to a report on the Southampton car boot sale. And this one's on the 21st of December. And I'm joined here with Gelfling. Say hello.
Hello. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. We'll see something that will that will remind us
yes,
it's Christmas.
We're talking funny language.
I've got some odd pictures actually from Tottenham actually before we go into it, so I'll just quickly just put these in. No, not from Tottenham. This is from the Southampton Reclamation Tip or Recycling Centre.
Right.
This is where you take your old electricals and rubbish.
Yeah, it's the dump.
The dump. They used to call it the dump, but it's not called a dump now.
Okay.
Because people want you to recycle now.
Okay. It's a dump.
It's a dump. No, it's not a dump. I will get in trouble.
Alright.
So this is, they have a shop basically. Mm-hmm. So I had to take some glass and batteries there, and then I just went to the shop, and they had this sewing machine there. So it's a bit unusual.
This looks like an overlocker.
What's an overlocker?
Overlockers are for when you're making up clothes, the hems and that, to stop the material fraying and everything. You overlock it so it makes the seam so it doesn't fray.
How much is it worth?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, that's an old one. I mean, a new one now, you're talking about £80-90, I expect.
I think they might have let me have that for £10.
Yeah, I mean,
have we got a useful one there?
No, and the thing is that if you haven't got all the bits for it, then because you can't, if that's probably an old make, which they don't make bits for now, you can't get any bits for any of the machines.
It's not even that old.
That's probably about early 90s, 80s model.
Okay.
You can tell from the
not collectible, is it?
No. So machines like that aren't collectible. I mean, even the old singer ones, the hand machines, you don't get that much money for.
Some sort of film projector.
Oh right. Oh yeah, I see the film reel now.
Again, I mean, on the internet, if they're complete, they're worth about £100.
Well, the thing is, it's fine if you've got a use for it, or if you've got old films on reels and stuff like that. But otherwise, it's a nice keyboard.
Not sure of the make. It wasn't a Roland or anything like that.
Probably Yamaha, I expect.
Or I think it was a Sound Acoustics, if I remember correctly. You won't be able to make it out. It's in the top left.
Oh yeah,
Sound Acoustics. It's called. Not heard of them. And they had these little dinky cars. I think some of them are new, and there's some sort of policeman.
The thing is that those cars like that, they've got no value unless you've got the boxes and everything.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Because funny enough, I was watching an old Antiques Roadshow on telly the other day, and there was this guy selling his collection that he'd had since he was a little kid, and he used to play with them, put them straight back in the boxes. Yes. And he had all the antique man said that that the value is in the box, the packaging, and so well with them, not in just the vehicle.
So if I buy like 50 cars, put them in a plastic box, and then bury them, and then in 50 years' time they'll be worth fortune. A fortune.
No, you buy 50 cars and you keep them in their original packaging.
Yes. If I bury them in the garden in one of those plastic boxes, then I won't be tempted to open them. But they might go mouldy.
Oh yeah, and the box would just decay the card, I expect. Anyway.
That isn't old. It's some sort of clock that you put on the outside of your house.
What is the pink thing supposed to be? A seat or a chair?
It's a seat, yeah.
That's weird.
Some sort of garden chair. Looks like a pair of lips.
That's weird.
This is a charity shop in Tottenham, I think. That's £2.
It's a 3D one.
It is. It's massive, I think, once you've built it.
I would have thought it is.
But they're worth about £10 on the internet if they're complete.
Never been into the 3D one, so.
Well, they had. I've seen the Eiffel Tower as well. Some unusual board game not heard of.
Survival.
£2. This is a house.
Yes, I can see that.
It looked like a haunted house because the windows are smashed, and it's just been neglected for years.
I doubt it's a haunted house. It's probably just. It probably needs a lot of upkeep done to it.
Probably can't find the owner. Be a good set to make a film, a haunted film, low budget.
Nice.
But you need the owner's permission, of course.
Yeah. Nice teapot.
Yes, I think it's a few quid. It's not old, is it though?
No, but it's nice. I like it. It's supposed to be like a Chinese or Oriental teapot, like the black one at the back as well. But I like the blue one. Nice colour.
You don't use them, would you? You would just.
Oh yeah, they're for use. They're not just decoration.
Okay.
Oh, if that is the.
That's only £18 for the whole lot.
Yeah.
It's not new. It's new, isn't it?
No,
really?
That's probably about. Well, it depends. I mean, that stuff. I think if it's the make I'm thinking of, it's been going around. It's been around for about 20 years or so.
It doesn't say the make. It just says lovely fine bone china tea set. So you would need a proper house to live in to use it.
There's just no point in getting stuff like that if you're not going to use it. Because if it's just sat in a cupboard or something or other, it's
you get it
pointless.
out when the mother-in-law comes.
Unless you have afternoon tea and things like that, then there's not much point in having it in your house.
Okay, going to the car boot sale. And here's the entrance. It wasn't that busy today.
No.
And this is the
Too
last
cold.
Too cold. It's the last Sunday before Christmas, and I think everyone's rushing out to the supermarkets and the shops to get their last minute presents.
Well, yeah, like you said, it's the last weekend before Christmas. That's always busy.
The car boot sales, they were just a bit quiet today, but I'm just making a trip out there. So here's the first few items. So some sort of trunk.
Yeah.
Heavy.
Old wooden box.
Some sort of vase, is it?
Yes, yeah. I think it's supposed to be like a ginger jar or something. Pretty.
These pictures, I think they're about £5 each, and they were from one of the house clearance lorries, and they were snapped up.
I don't think it's a painting painting. It's a print. Yeah. It's a piece of paper.
No, it's a certificate of some sort for the lecturer. This was a briefcase full of old documents, and everyone rifled through them and didn't put them back in the case, unfortunately, and I put them in along with this other chap. As we go on, we'll see some interesting things inside. So whoever owned all this stuff, they had some sort of business, and it was full of invoices and letters inside. And they were into tarot cards, unusually.
Really?
There was about 5 books in this lot, which are tarot card books, and some were bought. And I think there was probably a few packs of tarot cards, and they were worth a lot of money. You were saying the other day.
Can be.
Original tarot cards.
Yeah. If you're looking at a proper set, that can be about £15-20.
Yeah. I mean, all I know about tarot cards is from the film Live and Let Die and James Bond, and the woman goes, "It's the cards."
Yes, nothing else in the film registers, but just
cards.
It's the cards.
Damn it! Is it Domino? Is that her name?
No, that's Thunderball. It's oh goodness me, now you said that, I've forgotten her names. Solitaire, of
course, because she likes cards. And also there was a normal pack of cards, and the chap had made his own tarot cards from those cards. I didn't get a picture, unfortunately, but you can imagine it. And there's some other bits that are laid out, including that certificate. I thought it was an old certificate of shares, like the South Sea Bubble. They're worth a lot of money, apparently. South Sea Bubbles.
Do you really think something like that would
You never know. They hadn't sifted through this, because I'll tell you in a minute. So here's a letter, an old letter from 1954, and there's some old stamps there. Have you seen these stamps?
Yeah, I've got some like that.
Are they worth like penny blacks?
No,
like 10 grand
they're
each.
only worth about 20p, 10, 15p. That's the Queen's father. So at that time that was posted, he was already dead.
I see.
Because the Queen...
they don't even use postcodes back in those days, I noticed.
Wow.
There was a number of these envelopes and they had no postcode.
There.
So, here's another one.
Yeah, it's wilding.
I've got rid of the names
Yeah.
because of confidentiality. I mean, even if they're not alive today, I wouldn't like to.
No.
Because if it's up on the internet, then it's forever. And here's another stamp there.
Yeah, it's a wilding.
It's a Wilding.
Mm.
I don't know anything about stamps.
It's a definitive that was
a guide, like a Parker's Guide to Cars.
eh?
No. Wilding.
Wilding was the name of the man who designed the stamps.
I see. Pardon my ignorance.
And they're just known as Wildings, that
I
particular.
see.
They're the only stamps that was done. There were several different sets of them done over about 3 years. And various values for them, but most of them around...
You are an antique expert, aren't you, really? I don't know anything. I'm just looking for electricals.
I collect stamps, that's why I know more about that. But I suppose it's because my parents and everything, they've always had an interest, so it's just something you just pick up.
This was like a textbook or some sort of book full of letters and his copies of letters, and I was just trying to read it, and it didn't really have anything interesting in
nice
there.
old writing.
It was just saying how are you and not being unwell, or you know, just
personal
general
stuff,
chit chat. It wasn't like a map of where the gold was. Like in the Goonies, they find an old treasure map.
Oh yeah.
Not quite.
An
this is
almanack. Goodness.
What's an almanack? Is it
an almanack? Gives you.
It's a horoscope.
Yeah, it's got.
This guy was very superstitious.
Yeah.
Clearly, he had tarot cards and he had horoscopes.
Yeah, the almanack. I think it's I don't know. There's predictions for the year or something like that.
I moved on and didn't come out too good. This is a
it?
wheel. It's a souvenir basically. There's shells inside that wheel with a postcard of a horse and cart.
And what's underneath it?
I don't know. Some sort of tray.
Strange. Oh, that's what it was, right?
But that wheel was from Sark, one of the Channel Islands.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
So that come a long way. You think about it, because not many people actually go to Sark.
No, more than
because cars are banned on Sark. You have to use horse and cart.
Got to go over from Guernsey to get there, yeah. Unless you've got your own boat.
I believe it's owned by the Barclay brothers, who are billionaires.
Well, I haven't got a clue. I don't know.
It's a private island. Oh, Thunderbirds. That was sold. I saw someone carry that off. Thunderbird 2. And there's a Ferrari Enzo. It's just a toy car.
The Truth Fairy.
It's some sort of game, is it?
I have no idea. Give you a storybook or something. Haven't a clue. How's that old Imperial?
I don't think they're old. I think they're the new ones. Yeah, they're Star Wars.
Oh, there's a what's it, Walker?
An AT-AT.
AT-AT? What's that?
Or the AT-AT was the biggest one.
That's the one that's in like
Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, the Snow Walker or whatever it was.
Well, that was the one in the jungle, isn't it? In Return of the Jedi.
No, that's the bigger one. No, that is. But it looks different. It looks more like the.
In Return of the Jedi, they had the smaller walkers, and they commandeered one.
Yeah, but that doesn't look like it.
It is, trust me.
It just looks different.
And then there's I think that is Darth Vader's TIE Fighter, because it's got the curved wings.
Oh, I don't know, because his was smaller in comparison.
Well, they're not to scale, are they? I mean, but I think they were sold. When I walked around, they're gone. So.
Yeah.
They're not the old ones, they're the re-released ones.
Yeah.
Some sort of copper. Is it pure copper?
I don't know.
A jug. Anyway, we've got a few pictures to get through.
Nice little
Anything interesting on that table?
I don't know if that's...
There's a Toby jug.
No, it's not as well. It is a kind of. It's just as a little...
Anyone who doesn't know what a Toby jug is, basically it's a cup, is it?
No,
Shape of a face.
It is a jug. It's a Royal Dalton figure carved, or not carved, figure made jug. So you've got all sorts of ones. You go from
shape of a face
Nelson,
or a figure.
Yeah, Nelson or Merlin, or there's dozens of them going back to the 40s and 50s, and they're still making them now on some of them.
Now some old board games there. Now on the far left is a black box, and that is Williams Renault Racing.
Yeah.
And I've got another picture of one that's opened up, and that is actually worth a lot of money. Because if anyone remembers Nigel Mansell in the 90s and Williams Renault dominating Formula 1. Anyway, past on that one. Some sort of unusual mountain bike.
Bit.
That could be quite valuable because I think it's a custom frame, isn't it? I think it's aluminium.
No idea.
I'm not sure.
Oh,
you've got one of these.
Machines.
It's a Singer.
It's very similar to mine.
But they're not valuable.
No, I know.
You got two of them, have you?
No, I've just got one.
Oh, right. They just seem to take up so much room when they're so heavy.
I'm going to take up room.
They'll be around forever because people just like the look of them.
Well, it's not only that. It comes in handy because the one thing with electric ones is that you haven't got as much control. I mean, obviously you get used to using them, but I like the way you've got more control over it when you're using the hand machine. It's just nice. I've always liked using the hand machine.
Okay.
It's Queen.
Is it a collection of English old pre-decimal coins?
Don't know.
Is that a front bit? Don't know.
I know way of seeing from here. It's too
blurry, is it? What we got there? Tools. Some sort of
mixture of things.
Air hammer, is it, or air powered? Needs a compressor. These didn't come out too good. Basically, they're old coppers from coins.
They're
one had like a Britannia design on it.
What are they called? There's a name for them. I can't remember now.
Tuppence.
No. Oh, it's pretty.
Some sort of table with some. Was it Oriental bird?
Yeah, it's supposed to be a golden pheasant.
Oh,
So
you see, you can identify these so quickly. I just think, oh, that's a nice table with a bird on it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I like that.
Don't know how much. Some stamps on this table. I don't know anything about stamps again, so unless you know what you're doing.
Those are American, or at least that one on the top is. So it's got a mixture of foreign and so on. So it's difficult. I doubt there's anything there that's actually worth much. None of it's worth a lot of money or anything.
Chairs.
That's pretty.
This cup.
Tankard. That's beautiful.
Should I have bought it then?
Probably. It's only probably worth about £5. It's
It was only about half full because the base of it had a winding mechanism. I think it was a musical one.
Really?
But I wound it and pressed the button. It didn't work.
Oh, that's a shame.
I'm sure I could have took it apart and fixed it. It's not old, is it though?
No, it's not old. It's probably only been around in the last 15 years, I expect. But it's nice. It's a weird colour.
Some sort of double back chair. Nice though.
Yeah, it's a bit low.
Some old calculator box.
Card printer.
Yes.
With clocking. It's not a calculator.
It is a calculator.
No.
I think it's just multi-function.
Oh yeah, I see. It's got the function there. Yes, it's card printer with clock and calendar. So it's more like a what could you say? It's a bit more of a device than.
It didn't have the calculator in there. Someone else has bought it, but I just thought I'd take a picture of it just for the moment. It's a tools there. Yes, that's what I wanted. A picture of the old toolbox. Nothing interesting.
Oh, that's nice.
That was... Is it HMS Bounty, as it says? Yes. That was sold.
I'm not surprised.
I wanted that, actually.
That was very nice.
Have that on the windowsill.
Cat would chew it to pieces.
Old Walkman, but not made by Sony. And obviously not a Walkman, clearly. It's a Bush stereo.
It's a box.
Yes, I think every show will have a box, and you got to guess what's inside it. Is it like gold bars? Do you think?
No, that's wishful thinking.
So, do you want to guess what it's inside? I think last time we guessed it was paint, but it's not paint.
What could be inside it?
You get one guess.
Toys.
You are correct.
Yeah.
It's Lego. Why would you keep Lego in an old box?
In an old box like that, you got Lego.
Can you imagine people's faces every time they found this box? Oh, it must be full of coins.
It's Lego. Ooh. Eek. That's a weird green, isn't it?
I was more looking at the Tiffany type.
Oh, that's
beaver, is it?
I think that no, it's supposed to be a cat.
Oh.
In the front, that
next to the drum.
the little pot there. I
The
don't know
green
whether that is a
Greek, is it?
I don't know if it's meant to be like a cheese thing or something rather. I don't know. Still can't remember the name of that.
I could tell by the layout of this table and type of items, these weren't going to be mega cheap.
That stuff, that blue and white striped stuff, that's Denby. That's
So all this is quite expensive, do you think?
No, well,
I mean, the cat
it's not worth a great deal. I mean, that cat is not old. It's not like it's real Tiffany. It's Tiffany fed, but it's not real.
But it's the kind of those kind of items you walk past and think, oh, I'll have that, and that's why this is achieving.
That blue and white stuff there's what Nan used to have loads of stuff like that.
With the flower.
Yeah, and the plates and the sugar bowl.
There's a little mushroom.
That's cute.
On the far right. I like that. It's like a little trinket, is it? It's like a Buddha's head, is it?
Yeah.
Is it from Thailand? But that generally is a nice.
Drives me bananas that I can't remember the name of that make of that style of stuff.
What, the flower pot?
No, the no, not the flower pot. That thing was like the ancient Greek effect.
It'll come to you. Don't worry.
It's annoying. Oh my goodness, that looks. Zoom in on that stereo.
Well,
that looks very it's almost the same as one that I used to have.
They're quite valuable.
Long time ago.
Some of them on the internet are commanding £100, but like we said on the last show, you don't know if it works or it's going to stay working. Some more stereo bits.
Speakers and things.
That big black box on the left, that was like a subwoofer.
Boom box. Yeah.
Someone picked that up. Right, we're about 3/4 way through.
Oh, Christmas jumpers.
Yes.
Frozen's only been out so long and it's already got jumpers of it.
What's gone out?
Frozen. It's the Pixar film. He's a character in it.
I don't think these are official ones.
Probably not, I don't know.
I did say we're going to have something that reminds us of Christmas. And this was in the market in Lymington, actually. I think similar stand. They were selling Christmas jumpers.
Well, I mean, it's the only time of year they're going to sell them, isn't it? So if they're going to do it, it'll be now. Dominoes.
Old Dominoes. So it did have Dominoes in there.
What is that?
Collectible things. That's the Ghostbusters car.
Battle Cat. Oh,
and that's the He-Man. He-Man, his companion.
Masters of the Universe.
He was sitting on him.
I can't remember. That was a long, long time ago.
Paperweights. I thought you'd like that.
Yeah,
colourful.
Different. Mum has got that green dish.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Weird. It looks like it's made out of sweets.
But
nice.
Yeah, it's pretty how they make things from
glass.
Yeah, old cars.
There's a band there.
Not anything I'd be interested in.
Food. Unusually lot of food stands, so you could buy 10 packet of crisps for £10. I think these are more expensive. So you got the One Direction sweets box for £1. Can you believe that? I should have bought one. They'll be collectible one day.
You never know.
I think these are £3 each. King the Egg.
Yeah, it's about what they are in the supermarkets, because I was looking at one of the Husky in the supermarket the other day.
Maybe I should have bought one. Or maybe they're £2, I don't know.
Noddy!
And an old recorder. I used to have that score.
I used to play recorder. The Royal Jubilee book.
Oh, well, I've got the Silver Jubilee book.
Yeah, that was the
this was before the
Silver Jubilee. That's the Queen's grandfather.
It had some interesting pictures of events at the time.
Because 1935, 1910 to 35, that would have been Edward, I would guess. King Edward.
Nice figurine. Not old.
No.
Another figurine. I thought it was old. It's not old.
No. It's a old effect looking, but it's not. Sinks.
Yes, this chap borrowed one of these trolleys.
Yeah.
And he just loaded it up with sinks, and he's taking it back to his car. So he done well.
Well, I mean, the thing is that plumbers and everything, why not? Or if you're redoing a house.
Well, they'll always keep their value because they've got a use, haven't they?
Yeah. Yeah, a sink's a sink, so.
Right, in the middle is a P8 projector.
Oh, that's what that is. I was just wondering what that was.
Well, I was looking at it on the internet. A complete mint one is worth about £100. More stereos. That one at the back, there's a Sony. So that's a make. That's quite valuable and collectible. Maybe I should have asked how much that was, because that might have been worth picking.
Thing is, stuff like that. Those rules, and the thing that goes on those is that age is the tape deck. It gets used, and then it stops functioning properly. Because that was always the thing that used to go on.
I think through my life I've thrown a few of those away.
Yeah. Yeah.
PlayStation.
Oh yeah, PlayStation 1 brings back
quite a
memories.
few of those. You can get them for £5 to £10.
Yeah.
At a general sale, car boot sale, or on the internet. So they're not rare.
No. That's quite a nice little table.
It's a musical table.
Oh really?
I didn't stick around to listen to it, but they wanted £15 for it. A little coffee table that plays a tune.
Weird. Pretty but weird. A very pink doll's house.
Pink doll's house.
A bear in a dress. That's strange.
Yeah, it is. Now there is a figure there. It looks like one of those Chinese copper warriors,
got
is it?
Pointed ears.
Not copper warriors.
Zoom in a bit more. Can you zoom in a bit more? I think it's meant to be more of like a elf or something, because it's got pointed ears. It looks like, anyway.
It's a warrior, isn't it?
I don't know. It could just be a reflection on the No, it's not a warrior. Do you know what it is?
What is it?
It's like an old milk girl.
Oh!
She's got an apron on the front. She's got her hands in her pockets. She's got a dress on, and she's got like a little white or a little like hat on. She's like a Quaker type thing,
I thought it was
a figure. It's not a warrior.
Like the Chinese warriors.
No.
I'll
Terminator
be back.
2.
Get to the chopper.
Yes, okay.
I think it's a VHS box set. Now, talking about VHSs, people are actually collecting VHS cassette tapes.
Why?
Because they're not being made anymore, and
They deteriorate. The film can go mouldy. I mean,
well, if you look after them, you should be alright.
I don't know. It was at the like with some cassettes, the cogs can seize and things like that. So
True.
I can't imagine what would be the point. I mean, I've thrown out loads of them once I changed over to DVD.
Well, the sad thing is, there have been skips full of VHS outside closed down rental video shops, and there's a chap on the YouTube called, I think, the Mayor, and he collects VHS, and his living room is full of VHS, and he found hundreds, if not 1,000 VHS outside this shop or something. It's in a skip in a dumpster.
Yeah.
And he drove half an hour there, and he filled up his whole car full of VHS and took it home. But you know, if you've got 100 cassette tapes, they're probably worth about £10 to £40, depending what they are. So people are just chucking money out, and there are numerous videos on the internet where people have found skips or dumpsters full of videos, ex-rental.
Yeah.
I can't believe people would just throw that out, because it's just money they're throwing out, because out there someone would want them.
Well, the thing is, the rental shops can't sell them because they're not for resale. The makers and everything have issued them to places like that just for renting, not for selling.
I mean, if you got a full, I've seen these full sets of James Bond, Star Trek Next Generation, and you can see them in charity shops, and they're asking for £24 for a full set, and you think, why would I pay £24 for a full set of VHS? Well, because on the internet that's what they're worth as well. People will pay that kind of money.
It's Kingfishers.
2 Kingfishers. Why did I take a picture of this one? There's just nice bits on this table.
Yeah. Different bits and pieces.
Nothing worth thousands of pounds,
No.
unfortunately. PS1, PlayStation 1 games. Now I found out, these are probably £1 each. The games to look out for are anything with Crash Bandicoot in.
Really? I used to love that. I used to drive my brother and that mad when I used to play
they're
that.
worth £10 to £20 if you can find one. And they're not that uncommon. Crash Bandicoot CTR Racing.
No, I didn't.
And there's another one which is like a Mario type game.
The one that I used to play, I think it was probably the original Bandicoot one. It was one of the first ones where it was Crash Bandicoot on PlayStation 1. I used to like that. I used to have to jump up and down and bash boxes and stuff like that. I remember that. Oh no!
There's a troll.
A troll, yeah. Oh, I like the little boat. I wonder what that's supposed to be.
You, Peter. There's an inkwell, isn't it?
Is it?
Well, look, there's a little chain onto the lid. I think that's an inkwell.
That's very nice. I like that. It's brass. Very pretty.
But the troll...
I hated those things.
Well, they must be quite valuable now because you've got internet trolls.
Can't imagine who...
someone who works on a forum website, probably who has to be a moderator, would have one of those trolls. There's something on the desk.
Nah, never really liked them. Trans Am.
Radio show.
Oh, you see what those black things are with those brass little they're the bits from the bridle and all the rest of it from the cart horses or shire horses that used to pull like the beer wagons, you know, with the old
that's a replica though. It's not an original.
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know anything about, you know, whether it's
someone's collected bullet casings, is it?
Yeah, it's ammunition casings.
Yeah, AK-47 or M60.
Mad. Why would you want that?
Well, you can't post those, I don't think, because you can't post them out of the UK.
No, but I mean,
you can't take them into the UK.
I don't know why you would want to keep it anyway, to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah.
War of the Worlds, the original one.
Yeah, it's a
Just
musical
version. Mum's got the original War of the Worlds thing. I don't know whether it's
with Tom Cruise.
No,
it's the one before it.
The one that was done in, what was it? I don't know whether it was the 40s, end of the 40s or early 50s. the War of the World was done. It's got Richard Burton doing the I've got the soundtrack upstairs, the music and everything.
Fingerprint.
Animal dominoes.
Detective fingerprint kit.
Mm.
So you can do that. There's a chap just selling DVDs.
Mm.
And he had kindly put them in alphabetical order. But I still couldn't find Poltergeist 2. So it's close up a one.
I bet he gets really annoyed if people don't put them back in order then when he's finished.
Well, they're all £1 each and they're roughly in alphabetical order. So.
Well, that's the same as what the shops and everything charge for used one.
Old cars.
Yeah.
Old boats.
Different.
And that's it today. So hope you enjoyed that.
4 funnel. It's supposed to be Queen
Titanic,
Mary.
is it?
Could be Titanic.
No, the funnels are too far
Queen
from apart.
Mary. Could be the Queen Mary.
It's more modern.
I think it could be the Queen Mary. I can't remember. It's got I think it's the Mary that's got 4 funnels.
Don't
Can't
know.
remember now.
It would have said on the bottom.
Yeah. Anyway.
Hope you enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Merry Christmas.
And Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.
Bye.